afternoon to all of my beautiful people out there. Good afternoon. Yes, yes. So let's talk about this. We definitely going to talk about this. We like to talk about this, right? I talked about this a couple of months back, maybe like 2 months back, and I issued a warning upon all of the indigenous descendants of America, of this earth, is to brace ourselves. And the food stamp snaps being cut from our communities, from our societies, right? And I gave us solution and options, what we could do as the indigenous descendants of this earth and of America. What we can do is lean on each other and support each other in a time of difficulties, and we will go back in our old ways of survival mode, because we've been in survival mode anyway. We've been that way. Majority of us know how to survive, and we grew up on surviving just of having nothing. So that's in our bloodline, and also learning how to fast. This is an actually true fact, right? So, would the SNAP benefits be issued on your benefit card or whatever card that they have for you? Would it be issued? And would they have funds on it so you can go shopping for you and your loved one, for your children? Let me tell you something. This is all a big hoax. This is all a gimmick. Is to starve you out, to starve your children out, to starve us out, to starve everybody out that don't have those means. And also in the same token, is to bridge the gap and to bringing families back together. I understand, but most of us probably won't agree with it. We won't agree with it, right? And for too long, in many years, we've been depending on those that kept us dumb, deaf, and blind. That kept us dumb, deaf, and blind, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's an actual true fact. And this is a sad case, but a lot of us, and some of us, are just not going to get it right. That's also it's acceptable, for those that don't have the intelligent knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to get over the hump. There's supposed to be assistance there. There's supposed to be benefits there, because the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence, said that the wafer and the needy and the orphan and those that don't have the means, we supposed to, the people that have the strength and knowledge, supposed to take care of them. That's actually true facts, right? When you are conditioned, and when you are when you are conditioned, and when you are indoctrinated for so many years, generation after generation, generation after generation, generation after generation, what happens is that it produces curses. Generational curses after curses after curses. And this is the state that a lot of men, a lot of our men, and a lot of our women are in. This is actually true facts. It's sad to say, but it took many years to oppress and depress able descendants. That's actually true fact. And you need to understand that, and I need to understand it, which I understand that. And this is why I'm up here to talk, to bring a little comfort, to bring some solutions here. Not just call our sisters hood rats and call them out their names. You understand what I'm saying? Just like the lies and trick that worked on them, lies and trick that worked on the brothers, and actual true fact in which it did was produce traumas and depression and oppression upon us. They don't need to beat you no more. You just naturally already doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So it took a long time psychologically for us to do that, you know. At this time, if the benefits are cut, we have each other to look at. We have to fall back on each other. Whatever we got, you got sardines, you got tuna fish, you got water, you got sugar, you got Kool-Aid, you got everything. And you ration things out because we need each other. Every penny, every dollar count at this time and day as darkness overspread us. Do you understand that? Also, what I want you to understand, that I'm going to go live at 6:30. I'm going to talk about something, right? If the government is shut down, sort of say, this is what they said, the government is shut down. Why is I'm still paying taxes, federal taxes? Why is federal taxes still coming out my check? That makes no sense. Who is pushing the button to take the federal tax outside of my taxes? There's nobody in the office, nobody there. Who's pushing the buttons, right? You know, we still got to walk in. So how the federal taxes is coming out my check? This is something to think about. And I want you to understand, to think about. They push the button, basically, is to stop the SNAP benefits from coming in. You understand what I'm saying? To starve you out. And also, I want you to look at survival mode. We need survival mode. I got the sister Fatima behind me right there. Beautiful, beautiful queen sister. I want you to use your God-given talent, right, and benefit, sisters, not to do no acts of violence and get yourself locked up, right, and teaching our children, right, to hurt and steal and rob. These things should not be taught among us. Buckle down. And if you can't reach out to the fathers that could be reached, you understand what I'm saying? And I understand that we deal with a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, and a lot of darkness inside of our communities. But this is not something that we should be fighting over right now. What we should be fighting over is resource, not fighting, but we should be trying to figure out what is the resources, what we can do to help each other out. Because our backs are against the war, and our backs always been against the war. You understand what I'm saying? So the same thing with COVID, which was a biological chemical warfare upon society and human beings. It's the same scenario, but different. I want us to put our backs against the war and help each other out. We got 4 more years to deal with this. So you got to be 8 steps ahead. 8 steps ahead, whatever that's going on, and prepare yourself. Some people may say, but I don't got nobody to prepare. I don't got nobody. I don't know. That's why on this platform we give solutions for people, the indigenous people, just people all around the world that's looking for a way out, that's looking for guidance and knowledge and understand. You know what I'm saying? Information on how to deal with crisis and how to deal with tough times. Because, you know, a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. They deal with it with violence and shooting and killings and murder. And this is something that we don't want to do. We don't want to do that. Okay? We don't want to do that. What we want to do is uplift each other right now and use all the resources and benefit that the Creator has for us to do. And one of the most greatest benefits that He gave us is each other. Male and female, each other. We feed off each other. I go outside, get it, bring it back, you cook it, whether it be water, whether it be clothes, whether it be anything. You understand? People will help out. You don't need to steal. People will help out. And if those that's doing that, they're going to catch you and they're going to lock you up. Do you understand that? And the ACS is going to come for your children and all of the other things. And this is not the time to do that. This is time to buckle down and see what's going on and figure it out. People will help. People will help. Do you understand that? Even if you have to get your children and go outside, people will give and help. Do you understand it? There's no need to be robbing and stealing from each other. I am not your op. Do you understand that? I am not your op. I'm not this sick, barbaric, devil, demon, demonic, twisted, that's leading the people down a very, very dark path. And you cannot see this entity with your eyes. It misleads everybody. I don't care who you are. That's what it does. So we have to understand that if the benefits do not show up, we're going to be okay. We're going to hold each other down. Get back in survival mode. Ration the food out. Ration the water out. Fast, ration the water out. I want you to understand that. And you can teach each other a little humility, a little humbleness, right? A little survival mode. You pass this on to your children. Do you understand that? In the time and need. And pray to the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, the Almighty. And this is the focus. And this is the objective, right? Because we got to look at each other inside of our community. So I don't want you to look at this as a bad thing. Most of us is looking at a bad thing, crashing out, cursing, and there's a lot of women. It's a lot of women that's been going through this stuff right here. And you're not no hood rat. Do you understand that? You're not no hood rat. I want you to understand that you are a queen, you are a queen, you are a queen, and you are a leader of the indigenous descendants of Abel. That's an actually true fact. Peace and blessings be upon Abel. You are a queen. And right, and we got a lot of princesses, right, that we must guide as a prince and as a king. You understand what I'm saying? So try to bridge the gap and try to, how you want to say it, and try to open up a dialogue with the children father. See if we can get this thing straightened out. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you to do that if you can. If you can't, then so be it. Then make it work with your next door neighbor, with everybody. Do you understand that? And at this time, do not give yourself up, because people gonna they're gonna offer you stuff so you can get yourself up. Hold yourself down. Show your daughter and show your son that you were strong. Show them the might. Show them the creator, the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing, by you worshiping him. Do you understand what I'm saying? He will get us through. You are able descendants, you are able descendants, you are able descendants. Whether you male or female, we will get through. We will get through. And I need for you to understand that, okay? So, will these benefits be issued November? Even if it is, still continue on with the program. Still continue on with the program. Still continue on with the program. With your next door neighbor, right? With your children's father. Yes, bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. Still continue on with it. So we can always be prepared and stop depending on certain things to get by and depend on the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing, because he is still in control, very much in control. Whether you want to believe it or not, he's still in control. I'm telling you that. I used to be a very, very dark person following this entity. So I know it all too well that he promised you, right? But his promise, he fell in his promise. He promised you false hope, and it disappeared like that. Once it disappeared, you got to keep procreating to get what you need, right? I mean, to get what you want. Not even what you need, to get what you want. It is what I want is what deters us to worship the Alpha Omega, the creating everything existing. It's not our needs, because our needs are met. It is our wants. And he know that what we want is certain things out of life. So he's going to delude you, misinform you, misguide you with ignorance and falsehood. This is an actual true fact. So I want you to understand that, my beautiful sisters, my beautiful queen sisters, and my beautiful princess that's out there, please take this time out to listen to my words. Please like, share, subscribe to one of the dopest channels out right now on YouTube that can help us get us through this crisis, this traumas, and this depression that is upon us with darkness. We can fight through it. We've been through it before. You understand that? And these are old tactics. And these old tactics are Willie Lynch letters. Are Willie Lynch letters. I want you to go check that out. I did videos on that. Willie Lynch, the 2025 project. That's all this is. It's the Willie Lynch syndrome. The Willie Lynch letters. They just modifying it with technology. You understand that? And I want you to understand that, because if you working, why is federal taxes coming out your check? Why they still taking federal tax out when you go to the store? They still taking taxes out. So how's the government shut down? What, you press auto replenish, auto on everybody in the world? No. Or maybe it's so. I don't believe that. Do you understand that? Because you're still taking federal taxes out my checks. And I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that and look at the bigger picture. That this is a tactic to bridge the gap and bring the family together. And your husband and the child's father back in their life, or it's to starve you out and to program you as the indigenous descendants of this earth and of America, of able descendants, is an actual fact. And I want you to stand on business and integrity. You understand that? Do not fall into the trap. Do not fall into the trap, sisters and brothers, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, prince and princess all around the world. Do not fall into the trap. You understand that? We got each other. Peace, 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 peace.